Hi guys, welcome back to my channel and my name is Timilola. Here is Timilola again. So today we have a topic on Ausbildung. I think this should be the third video I'm going to be making on this Ausbildung. So from this, it shows people are really interested in this Ausbildung and they are asking more questions over and over again. And the reason I'm making this video once again. So the question has been, as a single mother, as a young lady, as a mother, how can I get something that will not allow me go for night shifts, morning duty, afternoon, just all those shift work? Then I told them, I can understand because here in Germany, people are so much informative about Pflege, all this nursing, Ausbildung, the training. So I can imagine their thinking. So I told them, okay, I'm going to make some of my diggings and also ask those people that are already doing Ausbildung about this. So I'm going to come up with a concrete result, and this is what I've come up with today. So today we have some Ausbildungs that a single mother can do and also mothers can do. Do you understand? Okay, don't let me even say single mothers. Let me just generalize it like an Ausbildung that could be done by mothers. When you have kids, you just can do that. And the reason I was talking about single mothers is because their husband is not with them somewhere and somehow. So the load tends to be on them only. But with that, you can also still do this as a single mother. So once you have your children, you are good to go with this Ausbildung I am going to be mentioning. I actually listed them down so that I can give more information about them. And also, I remember some people asking me how can they get the right information, I mean the rightful website where they could search for this Ausbildung. So I have everything for you today in this video. So do well to get to the end of this video. Watch, like, click, subscribe, just watch till the end of this video for you to grasp all those information needed. Okay, so without waste of time, let's just dive into the video proper. So the first Ausbildung I have on my list here is PTA. PTA means pharmaceutical technician, or let me just say it of Deutsch also, like in German language, that is pharmaceutisch technische. So if you know you are the type of person that has been aiming or thinking, imagining you working as a pharmacist, you understand, without going to study for this course for like how many years, you know this is very good for you. So, and the number of years to study this, surprisingly, is just 2.5 years. Just 2.5 years. You are done with your training. And remind you that you always get money during this period of trainings. So don't think, oh, if you are training, how would you get money to survive? So you are getting money for this training. So that is just like something already a standard set out for you. So there's no panic on how to survive. And this course is just for 2.5 years. So you can get yourself to become a pharmacist at the end of 2.5 years. And so the advantages I'm going to be mentioning now is that there's no shift work. The only thing is just to be preparing medications. You know what they do when you go to big pharmacies. I'm not talking about all these chemists or maybe all these shops. No. You get there, you write medications, then there's no shift work, then you advise customers, you just do working you can also work as a pharmacist in hospitals and also in a big pharmacy stores too. And also it's a very flexible part-time job. I mean part-time this time around, because some people would have, no, I want full-time, I want more money. Yes, you can go as a full-time, but then it's so flexible to the extent that you can decide to say, okay, you want to work as a part-time. So that's also one of the advantage. And finally, the advantage is that it has a very good pay. You're going to be paid so well for this PTA course. Okay, so that one is that. Then the second one I have on my list is administrative clerk. I think in the previous video I mentioned this, but because today's video is just basically to make you follow up, to make you guys understand that this is what a mother can do. Once you have your child or you have your children, then as a mother we have to take good care of these children. So, and sometimes we really want to work, not that sometimes you just have to work, because you have to balance up with the family. The man should not always be the one working. So to make that happen, so, and also having the mindset of, oh, how do I take care of these children because of this work I'm doing? So these are the flexible work for we mothers. So this is a very flexible thing. I'm making this video separately. Okay, so let's go back to the second one, which is the administrative clerk of Deutsch is Verwaltungs Fach Angestellte. So this is a 3 years training course, and you can simply work in a public place. I mean, with the government. It's actually a very good thing to work with the government, because you have so many entitlements to benefit from. And also you just have to like manage documents with customers. So it's like you are attending to customers, like a customer service things. You organize their records, and there's no night shift, remember. And also for the first one, the PTA, the pharmaceutical technician, you do not have to work as you don't have to work night shift, morning shift, no shift to work. You just pick a suitable time, then you work. Okay, then there's no weekend jobs too. For this number two, no weekend jobs. You can see that it's so flexible for mothers. And the third one is the Steuer Fachangestellte, the tax clerk. I remember vividly that I mentioned that too in the last video. And it's also 3 years course. And I remember in the last video that I said these people are so much needed, because here in Germany, especially when you have other jobs you are doing, like you are self-employed, or you are earning so well, or you don't even have the time to go through your own tax clearance by yourself. These are the people that will help you do all these things. So they help with tax declaration, Steuererklärung, like tax clearance, and they also help in bookkeeping. They help in advising their clients on financial things in general. Then they help to manage inventories, working in store, so they do that. They help to manage inventories, and they just majorly talk on financial matters. And I can bet it with you that here in Germany, when it comes to financial things, financial matters, you have to be very, 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 very careful. So if you do not really understand how to go about all these things, then you need the Steuerfach Angestellte, which is the tax clerk, to be hired by you for them to work for you. Okay, and they also get a very good pay. Yes. So if you go to train in this area, then you are very good here in Germany. Okay, so the fourth on my list is a Kauffrau im Einzelhandel. So this is the English form is the retail salesperson. So it's just like in every word we have all these big stores, big supermarkets, so these are the people that works there. And it's also like 3 years course. And the major thing they do is to advise their customers, manage inventories, then they work in stores and supermarkets. Here in Germany, I just want you to understand a fact, which it's not really pronounced in Nigeria, but here in Germany it is that much pronounced, and that is Working in Nigeria in a big supermarket, like for instance ShopRite, all those big stores, people working there, they are not so much respected. That I must confess. I respect them because I know better, but so many people doesn't respect it. They feel like, is she not working in ShopRite? Is he not working in ShopRite? Mind you, these people are graduates, just like you and I. They are graduates and they are there working, and we never seems to see them. But here in Germany, they earn their respect. Yes. So you go into train in this area, don't feel like, hey, no, I don't want to be a seller in one supermarket. No, it's not like that. Every jobs here in Germany are being regarded as a very good job, especially when you have gone to train for it. Yes. So that is that. And it's also flexible. The major topic of this type of Ausbildung is those ones that are so flexible from mothers. Okay, so the fifth one on the list is Kauffrau und Kaufmann for Versicherung und Finanzen. So it simply means insurance clerk. So it's also a 3 year course, course and trainings rather. And the major thing they do is to advise their clients, processing some claims. Like for instance, I remember when I do have to claim for something from my insurance. But now the present insurance I use, I have never have the cost to claim anything from them, because the initial one I was using, I have to pay first by myself, then I claim back the money. And if the money is too huge for me to pay, then I write them that I do not have this money, then they have to pay those people by themselves and just bargain the time within themselves, because at this moment I can't afford to pay this money, then wait for you to pay me. So it's so flexible like that. Okay, so these are the works you're going to be doing if you go for this type of training, which is the insurance clerk, which is going to be a 3 year course. So if you end up having this type of training, then these are the things you'll be doing. You just advise clients. People can call you. Maybe if I'm insured with your company, with the company you're working with, then I can call you if I have any claims, or if I have anything to just talk on, if I have any complaints. So those are the things you are going to be handling. And mind you, imagine from this little explanation, you can see that it's not something too tedious. It's just for you to understand how to work in the company you're going to be working with, and everything you have to understand around this type of job. And it's actually a stable job, office job. Yes, it's actually a stable office job. Okay, then the last on the list, which one is the Fachinformatikerin, the IT specialist. So we can either have it as Fachinformatikerin or the Fachinformatiker, like the man and the women. Okay, so it's also a 3 year course. And the thing they do is to develop software, troubleshooting IT issues, managing computers, systems, and it's actually a very high paying job. When you hear anything IT, you should know that it's actually a very good paying job. And there's nothing like shift job, blah blah blah, things like that. And the major thing I love about this part is that you can even mostly work home office. Yes, you can work home office. And the same thing also with the insurance clerk. Sometimes you can also work from home. So this makes it so flexible as a mother for you. So, and the last thing I'm going to talk about on this video is how to put your Ausbildung information together, and also the website where you can get all these things. So I'm going to put all those websites in the description box below. Please do well to check. Comments, if you feel you are not really understanding, just drop your comment. I think these days I try to read comments, though I do not really have the time, but I still try to read some comments if I feel like so, because it's because of the comment that is even making me getting to understand that you needed more information and here I am giving it to you. Okay, so you go through the description box, then just pick your information there for the website where you can get all these things. And mind you, I remember someone also still asking me, oh, it seems this is very simple, I would like to go for this. And I told the person, there's nothing simple in this life. You just have to pay for some things at a point in life of your life. Because this Ausbildung, I have said it in the first video I did, that you have to have the language course up to B2 before you can put in for it. Though there are some Ausbildung that allows B1. Yes, I have seen so many people started their Ausbildung with B1. But then, if you are not yet in Germany, I would advise you to have it up to B2. But before you even get to have it up to B2, while you are still on your B1, you can start to put in, just shoot your shots, try your luck with all these websites. Because the good thing about Ausbildung, which I'm also going to summarize now, even though I don't want this video to be as long as this, but it's already long, I'm sorry for that. Okay, let me just round up in a jiffy. The good thing about Ausbildung is that once you have your Ausbildung wherever you are around this world, maybe for instance you are not yet in Germany, wherever you are, you can put in for this Ausbildung, and once you have the offer, you don't need any blocked accounts. You do not need anyone to sponsor you. You won't go through the financial burden, the financial stress that has to come to students coming to study in Germany, because the major thing that scares people away is the blocked accounts or looking for someone to sponsor. So if you have Ausbildung place, the Ausbildung Platz already, and you already signed every details, every document needed for you to come to go get your visa and come to Germany, then you don't need any sponsorship, and you do not need any blocked account, because the contract they are sending to you is like a work contract. Like I told you, you are going to be paid. So they see it as a work, like you're coming to Germany to work, but then being trained in that area of your work. So you don't need all those stress part of financial side. So that's just the good thing about Ausbildung, which I always advise people to do. And also, learning this language is also going to be a very good advantage to you. You might not really see that now, but seriously speaking, it's a good thing to understand on the other languages, especially foreign languages. Okay, so I hope with these few points I'm able to convince you to know how you can prepare yourself for your Ausbildung. Okay, so please do not forget to like, to share, to comment, and to hit the subscription bell somewhere here or here. Okay, thank you so much, guys, and see you in my next video. Bye.